We did over $11,000 in revenue with just $700 ad spend. That's 15x ROAS. Hey guys, welcome to the new video. Today we're talking about how we have been able to generate more than 10 ROAS for our ecom clients through Facebook ads. I'm Manoj Bashal. I have been doing ecom marketing, mainly paid ads. Right now, we're offering email marketing, SMS marketing to our clients as well. It's been more than 4 years. Other ecom entrepreneurs do the main mistakes while scaling the brand. Or ecom entrepreneurs, they're good at doing kind of like research. While starting, they know the stuff. While scaling, they don't know how to scale the campaigns. They cannot achieve their dream results.
If you are a marketer, ecom entrepreneur, whoever you are within this ecom space and you want to just get more return on your ad spend, this is for you. All right,
I'm gonna jump straight into my ads manager and show you guys how we are structuring the campaigns for ecom brand and how we're generating more than 10 ROAS for our current plans. Okay, so here we have a couple of campaigns, top of funnel and middle of funnel campaigns. Basically, what we do is we structure campaigns into different funnel of audience, top of funnel audience, bottom of funnel audience, and middle of funnel audience. For those of you who don't know about top of funnel audience, it means funnel audience are the cold audience, who do not know about your brand, they don't even know if your brand exists or not. So basically they're the cold audience, and we're structuring, we're sending different kind of messages, different offers with maybe different angles of the creatives as well for those kind of audience, so that it would make sense or it relate to that audience. So we structure the campaigns differently. And another funnel of audience is middle of funnel campaign. In this campaign, we target middle of funnel audience, who are warm audience. They hear about your brand, or maybe they have engaged in the post or ad, but they haven't really visited your website, or they haven't made any purchase to your website. Okay, those audience are middle of funnel audience. For those audience, we create messages, different offers, so that it would interest them to take some actions, or maybe the goal for this one is to get more people into the website and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And another funnel of audience is bottom of funnel audience. Here the audience are who have already visited your website, or maybe have taken some kind of actions into your website. For example, we have added the product into the cart, or we have done checkouts and stuff. Maybe even those, we have already purchased the product from your website as well. Okay, those are the bottom of funnel audience. Okay,
yeah.
So we create different kind of offers, different messages, and copies, creatives for this kind of audience. Why we're structuring these campaigns, why we're organizing these campaigns is it's because we're testing a lot of audience. We test ad copies, different ad copies with multiple offers with different angles and stuff, so that we're gonna understand the psychology process of our customers and figure out what interests them, and what can make them take some kind of decisions, so that they will purchase our product. That's our main goal. So that's why we're testing different stuff, different offers, audience, creatives, every possible things, even with just placements and call to actions and stuff, a lot of things, so that after finding the winners, it would be really easier to scale. And while scaling, we don't have to lose a lot of amount, by scaling the ads. That's not gonna work. Another importance of organizing the campaigns, here you can see in the ads manager, we're writing the dates and stuff, and we'll get to know even if we need the data in 5 years, 10 years, down the line, we can figure out, okay, at that time, 5 years ago, okay, this kind of ad was working for this brand, so it would be really easier. And also, for example, if you're ecom entrepreneurs and you wanna shift to other agencies, or hire marketing agencies and stuff to do your work, if your campaigns are really organized, it would be easier for them to figure out what was working before, when you were doing that by yourself. So that would be really helpful in the long term as well. So always organize the campaigns. And I'm gonna go over the campaign structure and how we're generating for this brand. Okay, you can see in last 7 days from this bottom of funnel campaigns, we've got daily purchase, and the cost per purchase was $6. Okay, if you see even in the top of funnel audience, which means the cold audience, we're generating a lot of revenue from this. Okay, here you can see the cost per purchase in last 7 days is 3.98, and we have got 69 purchases. Similarly, in the middle of funnel campaigns, the cost per purchase is $6, $3, $8.
When you look at ads top of funnel, cold traffic, it doesn't mean that it's only for engagement. You're doing business as an entrepreneur in this space to make sales, right? So structuring the ad isn't just about, oh, I need the people to see my brand, right? It doesn't mean that you cannot get purchases from the cold traffic. It doesn't mean that. And as you can see from every funnel, like our top of funnel is doing the well. And a lot of people would think that bottom of funnel would be the cheapest, right? Or middle of funnel. But our cheapest is top of funnel. When you can get the top of the pyramid, the cheapest, the easier it is to then lower everything else that comes after that.
Sometimes like the reason we're getting purchases, we're getting autos at lower cost in top of funnel audience is like we're leveraging the winners right now. While testing, like it costs more. Like it's not like okay, we always get like autos at $4, $3, on top of funnel. It's not like that. We have tested a lot of audience, a lot of creatives, a lot of ad copies, a lot of offers, and then figure out what exactly like work for particular interest-based audience or maybe local or not.
We didn't just achieve $4 cost per purchase just like right there, right? It took time, it took a lot of ad spend, it took a lot of effort. Why we're saying this, that you should switch your mindset from, oh, I need to make money fast, to understanding the actual Facebook algorithm. Because we are paying, as marketers, we are paying Facebook for the data, right? They are giving us the data to play with, right? So you can understand that it's a long-term game, it's a long-term investment. Of course, you might have a day where you can just get even like $1 cost per purchase, but it's like it doesn't happen on a consistent basis and just overnight, right? We had times where we even had cost of purchase 30, 50, but thanks to knowing that this part of market is costing us that much dollars, we knew that we shouldn't be in that market, so we can switch. So my point is that as in life, you gotta be able to find what doesn't fit to be able to see what fits, right? So it's just a kind of analogy that I really like to use.
Yeah, definitely. Right now, like we're spending around like $100 per day for this one. Like when I go over Shopify dashboard, like in last 7 days, it's like 11K in revenue right now, like which means like 15x ROAS. Okay, like we're doing email and SMS as well. On top of that, like our returning customer rate is like 16.61%, and the conversion rate like was really low. Like this client is like he wants to control the creative part like for his brand. We don't have like 100% freedom to make even changes on the website, but with little changes and like by convincing can do better if we like optimize the website and stuff for better conversions.
So if you're an agency and you're a marketer and you're an e-com brand, you guys gotta understand each other. You gotta understand that you can't just pay an agency as an e-com brand and expect them to do everything for you when they don't even have everything on the table that they are allowed to use with. So it's like what I can use is another analogy, right? You have a steak, right? But you only have a fork. How are you gonna eat the steak, right? So it's like you gotta be able to understand this kind of stuff. And as an agency, you also gotta understand that a brand doesn't, especially a fashion brand is a very creative, business, 99%. So you gotta understand that you can't be touching their creative image that much. So you have to find a sweet spot where you can work together, and that's what we did.
What I realized is like, okay, for the first time, they want Lady to provide like 100% freedom. They didn't like hand over like every creative control part and stuff like that at first. But when you start to show results to them, or like let's say like when you can convince them through the results, that okay, it is possible if we make these certain changes and stuff, then it would be really easy, to convince them. Like they'll be really convinced, because at the end of the day, like they're business and they're here to make profit. They're here to make money. 100%. So that really makes sense.
100%.
This client has one kind of offer, that is really helping a lot, like to increase the average order value and stuff like that. Like it's like they're providing, free shipping, like for the orders like over $100. So what makes the offer interesting is like the people, the audience, the customers, they're like more convinced, to buy more, to purchase more, so that the order value is like $100, so that like they'll get the free shipping and stuff. You can also like try these kind of angles, or maybe like other angles for the better conversions as well. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the ad over here. We have got like 59 purchases from this single ad, and like the cost per purchase is like $2. So it's not like you did like a lot of creatives to make more purchases. It's not like that. Okay, you can get like, okay, here we've got like 59 purchases like from one creative. This is one ad, and we're using the same creative, and we've got like 20 purchases. Okay, so it's not like that, like you need to have like tons of creatives, to make more sales. It's not like that, but you gotta figure out the winners. That's where the testing comes in. So what you need to do is like test a lot of creatives and figure out like what actually works for the particular brand. Okay, that way you can do really great, like through the campaigns. We have creatives like that's doing like the cost per purchase is like up to $13. Like even this is making profit. So like I haven't done this up right now. So we will see like how this performs later as well, and then like we'll make decision based on the data. It is super important to understand the data, like how things work, and like what kind of creative, what kind of ad copies are liked by the customers, like what is bringing in the good results, what is convincing the audience to make decisions. So it is really important to understand that, and we will only understand that from the data. Like we cannot assume things.
Correct. And there's also, I'm glad you mentioned it, Manoj, because there's also one thing that a lot of entrepreneurs tend to, do, especially in the e-com when they try to run their own ads. They think that they can have just an ad running in like up just for 3 days and make everything work for them. That's not it. It's called ad fatigue, because they think they are emotionally invested into this. And I understand where it's coming from, because it's your money that you somehow like financially, made emotionally somehow, and you're investing into ads. But you gotta understand, as I was mentioning before, you gotta understand that you will lose money in the short run, but you will get data in the long run. And that's not only it. You need to have the skill set as to when to make a decision, right? What kind of data to read, so that everything comes play together. It's not that you can pour 1K into like one ads or clicking. By the way, Zuckerberg, bro, you should have named this "Pay me more money," this boost button, right? Everyone's are wasting money on it. A lot of people think they can just invest 10K into their boost button and make 100K back. If it was that simple, don't you think that every brand was famous out there or making a lot of money?
Yeah, every brand would make like 100K per month.
Correct. Like it would be simple as that. We wouldn't even have to record this video, So
of course, yeah.
That's
boost button thing, like it's really great. Like for those, okay, for example, who are just starting and like they have no idea about like anything, or they just want to try things out, or maybe they want some engagement in their post. Okay, for example, okay, if you're a new brand and like you want to host a giveaway, or like maybe collaborate with other creators, influencers, or something like that, maybe you can use that for kind of engagement campaigns, like to bring in engagements. For the first one, like you don't have to invest a lot, like and you can get some reach. But for the conversion campaign, to get more conversions, like you gotta use ads manager.
Basically, the boost button is just engagement objective, and it doesn't have that much of advanced tracking. You can do a lot of stuff with it, and the only thing at the end of the day, you are just boosting for engagement. It's not sales objective, but that doesn't mean you cannot get sales from it. Of course, there will be people who will visit your Instagram profile, they click the ad, they click visit Instagram, they like your stuff, and maybe they purchase. But it's like all these steps, it's just too long for them to buy. You gotta understand that. And it's too long because the boost button, as I said, is not made for sale.
I'm gonna say one word, to conclude this video, and that's the advice. Okay, so test. Okay, you gotta test every possible things that and figure out the winners and scale those winners. That would be the best advice like anyone could give you regarding the ad. Other thing like regarding for example, like organizing campaigns and structure, this help a lot in the process. But to bring in the results, you gotta find the winners and try out different strategies, different offers, for that as well. And regarding the copywriting part as well, like always make sure your audience relate with the message that you're sending, and that's why we're structuring different funnel of audience.
Correct. And regarding the copywriting and create this and overall the brand message, you can't really start an ad if you don't know what your brand image is, right? You don't have to know your exact brand image or exact target audience, but you need to have some kind of an idea like who you are even selling to. You need to become the customer yourself, because if you don't, you won't understand them. So
yeah,
that's basic
another thing,
knowledge, right? learn the ads, go on YouTube. By the way, we're gonna release videos on how to run ads as well, don't worry. But
Yeah, so subscribe to our channel.
yes, check our stuff. You know, we're gonna show you how to run ads. Think about what kind of message you're trying to share and create a bridge between that. Create a sweet spot between knowing the ads and knowing your brand. That's pretty much, and test a lot of things in the middle.
Yeah, and one thing like that I wanna add over here is like many e-com entrepreneurs, you know, they really underestimate the power of competitor research. Like you're gonna do competitive analysis, you know, figure out who your competitors are, check their ads. Like you can just go to the, you know, ads library and then like figure out like what your competitors are running and what kind of ads are working for them. And the best part is like you can provide like better offer than your competitors, you know, better create like better content, better creative than your competitors. Like that would help a lot to steal your competitors' audience, their customers. So make sure to liberate that as well.
Thank you so much everyone for watching this video till the end. If your e-com brand is doing 5 figures a month and you want to scale it to 6 figures per month in revenue, I do have a coaching program. You can schedule a call from the link in the description where I will share my strategies and working process and like how we are being able to generate more than 100k per month in revenue for our clients. Thank you guys. I will see you in the next video. Peace.